Hello everyone. Today let's solve the problem the Vitaliy and pi. This was basically asked on Codeforces round 297 div 2, right? So let's solve the problem Vitaliy and pi, right? So what the question states here, you can just go through the question. I'll just summarize the question so that it will be easier to understand, right? So this is very simple. Basically, let's try to solve this basically using the hashing, right? So what the question states here, Vitaliy starts in room 1, right? Vitaliy, there is some guy named Vitaliy, starts in room 1 and he wants to reach room n where the pi is kept. So pi is kept in the room n. Vitaliy basically starts in room 1 and he wants to reach the room n. So that's what the question states here. And what are the requirements here? What are the conditions? Sorry, there are n minus 1 doors, nothing but the uppercase here. There are n minus 1 doors between rooms and n minus 1 keys, lowercase. Lowercase are the keys and uppercase are the doors inside the rooms. Just keep this in mind. Lowercase are the keys and the uppercase are the doors. So just give me a second here. In this case, suppose there is a and a, right? So this is nothing but the key and this is nothing but the door, right? So there are n minus 1 doors between the rooms and n minus 1 keys inside the rooms. Each lowercase key opens only one door of the same letter in uppercase. So they have clearly mentioned here, each lowercase key opens only one door of the same letter in uppercase. So same letter in uppercase they have mentioned. It should be, if the key is B, then the door has to be capital B. If the key is C, then the door has to be capital C. This we have to keep in mind. Each lowercase key opens only one door of the same letter in uppercase. So if it is smaller b here, then the door has to be capital B. If this is the smaller c, nothing but the key, then the door has to be capital C. Same goes with A as well. Same goes with other letters as well. Just keep this in mind. If the Vitaliy doesn't have the right key when reaching a door, he must buy that key. Suppose Vitaliy is wants to reach the door A and he doesn't have the key A, right? Then he must buy that key, right? So that's what the question states here. We have to determine the minimum number of keys Vitaliy must buy to reach room N. So that's what they have given. So the minimum number of keys Vitaliy must buy to reach room N. That's what we need to this one calculate. So simple to understand, right? I hope the question part is completely clear, man. So the question is completely, I hope the question is completely clear, right? I hope the question is completely clear. Let's come to the this one input part here. So here we have been given three A and B, right? A and B. So here this is N and this is S basically, right? So N is nothing but number of rooms here, right? N is nothing but the number of rooms here, and this one, and this is nothing but AABB, what they have given here. This is nothing but S equals A. This is N, this is S, I have said. So this is nothing but small a is nothing but this one key to the door capital A. Small b is nothing but the key to the door capital B. We have discussed this one already in the question. I hope this is completely clear. The output that we need to get here is 0, quite obviously, right? So the output that we need to get here is 0. Why? We have small a, small b, capital B. So the room number 3 can be reached directly. I mean, as we have key to the small this one capital A and capital B, we can reach the room 3, right? So we don't need to buy any key here. In this case, the output will be 0. Same thing goes with the this one second one as well. So we have 4 here. We have AC and AB. So here the number of keys that we need to buy here is 3 in this case, right? So here same thing, I can just write out in the same way. Here 5x, y, yz, zz and az we have. So the number of keys that we need to buy here is, in this case, they have given quite obviously here this one 2, right? So I hope the question is completely clear. right? So what we will do first, let's discuss the approach followed by the complexities, and then let's write the code, right? So first let's discuss the approach. So here I have considered the same first example that they have given in the question. You can just try it out in the same way that I show for the example one. You can just try it out the same thing for the example 2 or the example 3. So yeah, here n we have been given 3, and s we have a, b and b, right? So one thing that we need to keep in mind here is we will be making use of the hash map approach. Again, I'm telling, we will be making use of the hash map approach here. So I hope this is clear. Just keep this in mind. We'll be going with the hash map. So let's see the step by step explanation here. First, we are considering the same example, the first example that they've given in the question. So here we have n equals 3, s within the strings we have a and bb. So here what this basically means here, room 1 has the key a, this one I'm speaking of. Room 1 has the key a, then a door a, this one to this one, and room 2 has the key b, this one, and then a door B, right? So room 3 has pi here. Room 3 is having the pi, basically this one. N equals 3 they have given. So room 3 has the pi, final room, and there is no door at all. So as we have the key for A and B, we can reach here quite obviously. Uh, we have the key for A, small a, for the capital A door, we have the small a, nothing but the key. For the capital B, we have, for the capital B, nothing but the door, we have the key, small b. So we can reach the 3 without buying any keys here, right? So we can reach the room 3 without buying any keys. So sequence is as follows: room 1, key A, door A; room 2, key B, door B; room 1 again, pi is here. Sorry, this has to be room 3 basically. Room 3, pi is basically kept here, right? The final one. So let's go step by step here. Room 1 found key A. Yes, we have the key A, right? So the next door is A. So yeah, next is door A basically. We will check if the key A, we check if we have key A. Yes, we have the key A, right? So this one I'm speaking of, we have the key to open the door A, so we don't have to this one buy a key here in this case, right? So let's move on with the next room or the next step here. We have the key B. Yes, we have the key B. So basically we have a s equals a we have, right? So within the strings, so we have the key B. Yes, this part is already completed, right? We don't have to worry. So let's come to the ba part. We have the key B. Now next is door B. So sorry, this one has to be B, right? A we have in S. So yeah, next is door B here in this case. We will check if we have key B. Yes, we have the key B here. Yes, we will make use of the small b, nothing but the key, to open the door B here in this case. So we don't have to buy the key for this one as well, right? So for the first room also we don't have to buy the key. For the second room to open the door, then also we don't have to buy the key, right? So we reached room 3 with 0 keys that is needed to buy. 0 keys is needed, 0 keys are needed to buy, or 0 keys is needed to buy the I mean to reach the room 3. So the output will be quite obviously 0 here in this case. So the final output here is 0. We don't have to buy any key to reach room 3 from room 1 in this case, right? So we have a b b, and we need to reach room 3. Here a we have key, for b also, the for the capital A also we have key, for the capital B also we have key here. So we don't have to buy any keys to reach room 3 from room 1. So the final output is quite obviously 0, right? So the output that we got here is 0, which is equivalent to the output that they have mentioned for the example 1. Basically here the output 0 that they have given, right? So our approach works absolutely correct in this case. So you can just try the same thing for the example 2 and example 3 approach that we have discussed, right? You can try the same thing for the example 1 and I mean sorry, example 2 and example 3, right? So I hope the approach part is completely clear now. Next, what we'll do, let's discuss the complexities before writing the code. So the overall time complexity would be here big O of n. Why it is big O of n here? We are making use of the one pass. How we will be making use of the one pass? Basically, we will be making use of the one pass through string s of length 2n minus 2. As per the question, they have mentioned in the question. You can just read the question entirely. So we will be making use of the one pass through string s of length 2n minus 2, right? I hope this is clear. And what about the space complexity here? The space complexity would be big of 26. Why it is big of 26 here, or big of 1, we can just say big of 26 also we can write. Why it is big of 26 here? At most 26 lowercase keys are stored in the map. A to Z we are speaking of. At most 26 lowercase keys will be stored in the map. So the space complexity is big of 26. The time complexity would be big of n, and the space complexity would be big of 26 for the code that we will be writing. Right? I hope the complexities part is also completely clear. Right? So I hope the approach as well as the complexities are completely clear. Now, as we are completely familiar with the approach and we know the complexities for the code that we will be writing, so let's start writing the code. So now let's start writing the code. Let's start writing the code. Initially, let's import the utility package. So I'll just go with here java dot util dot start. This is fine. Here let's make use of the class, and let me name the class. So Vitaliy is the guy that he has to reach from room 1 to room n, right? So Vitaliy, and to get the pi, so I'll just name the class as this one, Vitaliy and pi. So this is fine. So within this class, let's give public mm, static. I have to type this one entirely, I think. So if I type main, okay, just give me a second here. So this is fine. Then within this, what we'll be doing, just give me a second here. So first thing, let's make use of the scanner. So I'll just go with the scanner sc new. Let's make use of the scanner, and I'll just give here system dot in. This is fine. Next part here is we have to go with the total rooms and combined key door string. For the total rooms, I'll just give here, we'll be making use of the int n, sorry, variable n. They have mentioned, they have given n equals 3 in the first example, right? So the number of this one, the total rooms that are present as per the input. So this will be n. So let's consider n. This will be scanner, the variable I have given sc, right? This will be next int. So this is fine. So the next part here is combined key door string. When I say combined key door string, this will be string s equals sc dot next. So I hope this is clear. So the next part here is, as I have already said that we'll be making use of the hash map, right? So let's create the hash map to track the available keys. What are the available keys? Um, when I say available keys, so we had capital A and capital B in the first example. We had small a as well and small b as well, right? So the small a and the small b are the keys. So key to keep track of the available keys, we will be making use of the hash map basically. So I'll just go with map. Within the angle brackets, I'll just give here character. Also we need integer, right? Integer. Let me close the angle brackets here. So we are creating the hash map. So I'll just give here hash map. This is fine. So the next line here, after creating the hash map, so we also need the counter. Why we need the counter here? Um, just for the sake of how many keys we need to be bought. So that's what we need to display in the form of result, right? So I'll just give here int. Let me make use of the result, or I'll just give res here. Initially I'll just assign this one to 0, or let me initialize the result variable with 0. So let me make use of the for loop here. I'll just give, we have to iterate, right? So the next step is quite obviously iteration here. Int I equals 0 less than length of the s here in this case. Then I equals I plus 2. So this is fine. Within the for loop, what we will do, we need the key from current room, nothing but the lowercase, all the lowercase letters, right? And also the next door, nothing but the uppercase, nothing but here a will, small a has to lead to small capital A, and small b has to lead to capital B accordingly with the first example I'm speaking of, right? So here in this case, char key equals s dot, let's make use of the caret. So this one I'll just give char at I. So this is fine. So next, we also need the next door. Next door in the sense, so capital A is the key that has to lead to, small a is the key that has to lead to the capital A, nothing but the door, right? So for door, I'll just go with char door equals s dot. I'll just make use of char at. So this will be I plus 1. This is fine. So the next step here, we have to add the key to the map. So to add the key to the map, we will be making use of the put method. So I can just give here on this way map.put. So this will be key, and I'll just make use of, to get the value, I can just make use of get or default. So I'll just go with get or default. So this one default of key comma 0. So this is fine. So let me add plus 1 as this starts from 0 basically indexing. So this is fine, and we have successfully added key to the map by writing the 30th line. So next what we'll do, so we have to convert the door to lowercase to match the particular key, right? So when I say we have to convert the door to the lowercase, means if we have the small a and the capital A, we have to convert the capital A to the smaller a to match the keys, right? So that one I can articulate in the form of code in this way. I can just give here required key equals, uh, let me go with character dot, we are converting to the lowercase, right? So to lower, this is not showing any suggestion, right? So this is fine. Let me type to lowercase of what we need to pass, door here in this case. So this is fine. I hope this is completely clear, easy to understand. So the next step is we have to check if the key is available or not. So to check whether the key is available or not, we can just write the simple if condition here. So let's go with map dot get or default. In this case, what we need to pass here, required key comma 0. This has to be greater than 0, right? We are just checking if the key is available or not. If the key is available, if it is greater than 0, then what we will do, we have to use that key. Suppose small a and capital A we had, small b and capital B we had. So first what we did, we converted the capital A to small a and capital B to small b. We have to use the key now, right? So if the key is available, then we have to use the key. For that one, I'll be making use of the put here. Put this one required key, comma, then we have to get the required key as well, right? The value. Nothing but value, yeah, value. We have to get the value. This will be map dot get of this one required key minus 1. Hope this is clear. Else, what we will do, else if the key is not available, then we need to buy that key, by the key. So the key we have initialized, we have assigned for the this one variable result, res we have considered, right? Somewhere this one I'm speaking of. So if the key is not available, we need to buy that key. So I'll just increment the res variable here. So this is fine. I hope this is completely clear. So the last part is we have to output the result, nothing but I'll be making use of sout, or in for this one I have to type println, I think. Yeah, system out.println. So within this one we have to pass the result. We are just outputting the result in this case, right? So I hope this is it for the code. I hope the code is completely clear, easy to understand and easy code, right? So let me do one thing here. Before submitting, let's check once. So here, let me copy this one. We have to get the output 0, right, for this particular input. So let me run this one here. Map or get default. Oh, D has to be capital here. The line number 30. So yeah, this one has to be D capital. Okay, fine. Let's run this one again. Again, same error here, line number 34. Yeah, this one has to be again capital D here. Let me run this one again. So yeah, we are getting the output 0 now, right? So let's check for other two inputs as well. So I'll just come here. So input we have 4, AB, AC and AB. So here the output that we need to get here is 3. Let's check the same here. So here we are getting the output 3. So this works absolutely correct for the second input as well. Let's check for the third input as well. So here let me let me do one thing to paste the input here. So yeah, we are getting the output 2. So for these three inputs, it works absolutely correct, right? So let me do one thing. Let me copy this entire thing and let me paste it over here and let me hit the submit button. So I hope this works. Let's see. Let's wait for some time. So yeah, you can see here running on, yeah, here you can clearly see this the code got accepted, means the code works absolutely correct in this case, right? So I'll just open the code. Yeah, the code works absolutely correct in this case, right? So first what we did, um, first we discussed the question, then we discussed the approach along with the complexities, right? So then we discussed the approach as well as the complexities. Then we wrote the code. The code works absolutely correct as it got accepted, right? So you can clearly see here. Now, I hope whatever the code that we wrote is completely clear accordingly with the question, right? So this is it for now. Thanks for watching, guys.